How do I do this? I look over here? No.
Yes.
There.
To the one place we don't have a camera.
That would be there.
Yes. Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 54. I'm your host, Pete Braley, along with my co-host, who is the show creator, producer, director, and just happens to be my son.
Just happens to be.
What do they call that? Nepotism, I guess?
I believe so. Yes. I was
yes.
promoted to this position because of that.
was.
Yeah.
My son, Matt.
Yes.
So.
That's me.
Hello. How have you been?
We're back.
I feel weird. I did feel weird the past couple of days. It was like, I missed you. I miss seeing everyone.
It was funny. You texted me on Sunday night and said, I missed the show. That must be a good sign. And the first thing I thought of, well, it's a Sunday night. We wouldn't have been doing the show anyways.
Was it Sunday?
It was the
texted you?
weekend, yeah. So I was like, we wouldn't have been doing the show anyway.
I just missed doing the show, I
Well,
guess.
we're back. We're
Yes,
here.
we are.
We had recharged, even though I don't feel like it because I couldn't get to sleep last night. So
Couldn't do it, huh?
no.
Were you, worried about oversleeping
I
because
don't
we
know.
were
I
getting
worked out
back
right
to it?
before bed, which is never recommended, but it needed to happen, so I did it. And, I paid for it. So stay healthy, folks.
I fell fast asleep last night after... see, how this broke down was we did our last show, Wednesday?
Wednesday of last week.
Yeah, we did a last show a week ago. And then we spent Thursday and Friday. Yeah, I'll admit it. We slept in a little bit. We played with Liam. We did some fun stuff down at Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, he came home with Priscilla.
Trish.
My name's not Trish.
There you go. He came home with Priscilla, another 12-hour drive.
Yeah, it was another brutal one. I don't know. We just didn't get lucky. There was a lot of travel going on because of the hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane Henri.
So I don't know if it was that, but
I guess Connecticut was a nightmare.
Yeah, there was just a lot of traffic.
Yeah. So they came home on Saturday. I stayed in Virginia Beach because for some reason Liam's daycare took a week and a day off.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she did. So
It's what she does.
hope she had a good time. So I was able to stay down there and cover the Monday. And I think I mentioned this before, how I had a credit on Southwest Airlines.
Yes.
And I had a $96 credit. Priscilla found a $74 flight.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I still have how much? Maybe I can get an adult beverage next time I fly.
There you
huh?
go.
Yeah.
Does it count for that?
I don't know.
I have a credit, but I rarely fly. And what's messed up is it's non-transferable.
Oh, yeah.
So I wish I could give it to you or like Doug or
Right.
Sarah because they fly up
It
here
just
sometimes.
Stays
I
in
don't fly
some
as much.
account.
I typically drive. So,
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, one of the reasons that fare was so low was because it was so darn early in the morning.
Yes.
I left Norfolk at 6:30 in the morning, so I got up at 4. I don't know we got to the airport by 5:30, yeah, and so then flew to Norfolk to Baltimore to Providence. I wasn't able to use that new airline, Breeze Airlines,
Because of the credit.
Yeah,
You would have.
I would have because they fly direct from Norfolk to Providence. I think an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's
and
our
you're
new
there.
go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're here. Yeah, what I was leading up to was last night when I went to bed at 8:30.
Yeah.
He was like, "You going to bed already?" I'm like, "I'm done." I was a little pooped. So.
Yeah.
We are coming to you on Wednesday the 25th, which is one day after Priscilla's birthday.
The legendary Trish.
Yes.
My name's not Trish.
And, of course, if you checked our Facebook page last night, you would have seen the picture. I don't know why. Well, it was because I was down there. But I said to Matt, could you pick up a cake?
Yep.
So you went with Kat to the store.
Yep.
And
the lady walked right up. She said, what would you like on the cake? And I said, can I get happy birthday, Trish? And there it is. But it's in her favorite color. She loves yellow.
Yeah, she loves yellow.
That was Kat's
Yeah.
call. That was a good call on Kat.
Yeah.
But I got Trish on the cake. I was very, very proud.
Val did post on Facebook after Priscilla said, my name's not Trish. Val did post last night, when are you going to give up this, when are you going to give up and just accept it, you know?
See, what's really funny is before the show started, she kind of did give up. Like, I would call her Trish. There was really no debate.
Oh, but once we brought
Once
it
we
public.
brought it up on the show,
Right.
which I still feel bittersweet about because now everybody calls her Trish, and now it's not really my thing. So
Oh, okay.
I might need to come up with a new name.
Yeah,
So she did give up before the show, but now she fights it.
I did see a couple of people in the comments yesterday of me just wishing her a happy birthday. They did say happy birthday, Trish.
Yeah.
So,
I've
yeah, you're right.
created a legend.
It's not just your thing
Her
anymore.
name is Trish. Well, my favorite part though is that like in my mind she's Trish. Like it's not even a joke anymore.
Right.
Like her name is Trish to me, and I feel like I've succeeded.
And because of the show, I have to pause sometimes because I'm like, what should I call her?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to slip into the Trish, and I'm like, no, she doesn't.
We said it a lot, so I think I'm contractually obligated to just do this.
My name's not Trish. My name's not Trish. My name's not Trish.
That should cover us.
Yeah, at least 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be good.
Studio dog Charlie is at my feet this morning. We do not have the Charlie cam yet, but
I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking into it.
Have you really?
Yes, but I'm not going to buy an expensive camera for a
Right.
Charlie cam.
It's-
So I'm looking for something somewhat cheap that we can get, and not just for Charlie, but like sometimes we have visitors and stuff.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah,
So,
I have been looking into this. This was a vacation, but it wasn't a vacation. I've been looking into things. All right.
Okay.
I've been scheming.
You've been scheming?
I've been scheming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know all of his schemes.
Well,
so
the light behind you was a partial scheme.
yes, that was very nice.
Yeah.
I have a nice blue light behind me. Keeps me calm through the broadcast.
I have one too. It's just it's an aura.
I like that.
We have an aura now.
The Pete Braley Show now has an aura.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So, good morning, and check in. We'd love to hear from you in the chat. Of course, we ask that you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not already, and please like and share anything that we put up on Facebook and stuff.
And a new thing I want to do,
Yes.
if you're watching the show, wherever you're watching it, if you're watching it on TV, your computer, your phone, whatever, take a picture of yourself watching it or the screen or whatever and share it on social media, Instagram stories, Facebook, whatever, and tag us, and we'll share your post.
Cool.
And that'll be a little cool thing.
It would be.
Instagram stories would be cool, but also I know a lot of you are Facebook loyal people, so we can do that too. But yeah, take a picture and tag us in it. Let's get this growing.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's get going here. It is Wednesday. Got to stay out of the Monday frame of mind here.
It does feel like it.
Yeah. Today is National Whiskey Sour Day, which is something I don't think Gabby should celebrate with the kids. But
Yeah, that's probably not advised.
traditionally, a whiskey sour garnished with half an orange and a maraschino cherry. A whiskey sour is a mixed drink containing whiskey, sometimes bourbon, lemon juice, and sugar.
I thought it had something like ginger beer or something like that.
Ginger beer?
Yeah, I thought there was something else in it. I don't know. Someone let me know. I've never had one.
It is National Kiss and Make Up Day.
No thanks.
No comment. Okay.
Yeah.
It's National Secondhand Wardrobe Day. Did you always get hand-me-downs when you were a kid?
Yes, I'm the youngest of 4.
You looked really good in your sister's clothes, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I did.
And here's one for you, Abby, with kids. It's National Banana Split Day.
Ah.
Banana Split. I've never been a big fan.
See, I like bananas. I don't like bananas with anything else.
Okay, I was going to say, I thought you were going to say, I like bananas and I like ice cream, but I don't want them together.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I don't like banana bread we talked about last
Yeah.
week. I don't like banana bread. I'm trying to, like, banana-flavored things, not a fan. But, like, banana popsicles, the worst.
The worst. Yeah.
The worst.
The worst.
If anyone likes those, I'm sorry, but we can't be friends anymore.
Speaking of banana bread, I made one in Virginia Beach, and Liam loved it.
He's a monster.
I mean, he would just go and he would eat a whole piece.
Every meal, he was, like, pointing at it. He's like, I
Finally-
would like that, please.
Finally, I think the last day I was there, or maybe it was Sunday, he finished it off.
Yeah.
He ate the heel of the banana and the bread. That,
I call it the butt of the bread.
the butt of the bread.
Yep.
He loved it. On the date book for today was on this day in 1952, Puerto Rico became a U.S. Commonwealth. Elton John's first U.S. appearance was at the Troubadour in West Hollywood on this day in 1970. In 1975, Bruce Springsteen's landmark third album, Born to Run, was released. And on this day in 1986, Oakland A's Mark McGwire hit his first major league home run. Couple of celebrity birthdays today. Sir Sean Connery is 91 today, and Billy Ray Cyrus is 60. Made a career off one hit and a talented daughter. I mean,
Yeah.
he had more songs,
Yeah.
more country songs than Achy Breaky Heart.
That's definitely the go-to.
Yeah.
And him hopping on Old Town Road definitely revived his,
Oh, that's true. Yes.
career
Yep.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Now he's kind of irrelevant again, but you know.
Coming up today, 2/3 of Americans are obsessive about their spot. Don't sit in my spot.
100%.
What are mistakes that you made as parenting that others could learn from? Maybe you can help others. Yet another shortage to report. This time it's school bus drivers. And Mayim Bialik will step in to host upcoming episodes of Jeopardy while producers try to rework everything to have her be the new host after that controversy
It's
last
kind of
week.
been a mess over there at Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get to those stories in a few minutes. Is anyone checking
Yeah,
in?
we got a lot of people here. Let's see. Gary says, happy belated birthday, Trish.
My name's not Trish.
Dana said, morning, gents. Happy Wednesday, Vertical Coffee. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
I like the addition.
All right.
Let's see. Gail says, good morning. It's so good to be home. Do you feel that too, Pete? Does it feel good to be home?
Yes, it does. Felt good to be back in my own bed last night.
There's just something about like showering in your own shower,
Yeah,
sleeping
and that
in your
too.
own bed.
That's a big
And
thing.
I'm going to be honest, using your own toilet. I mean, everyone can feel me on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
It's
you're
just
right.
so nice.
You're right about showering. You know, I mean, Sarah has a great house.
Beautiful.
She provides the guest room, very comfortable bed. But there's something about my own bed, and something about your own shower.
The water pressure and like the direction, not the direction. I believe all showers go in the same direction.
Go down.
But just I don't know, like the shape of what do you call that? How the water sprays out, like the cone of the water.
Yeah, you know,
trajectory.
Trajectory. I like this.
We're gonna go with that. But yeah, no, like there's nothing like your own shower. You just get so used to your own shower.
You know where to set it.
Yeah.
And
I hate that about other people's showers.
Yeah.
You screw around with the temperature for like 10 minutes. You can never find the right temperature.
Yep. And then, it's like where everything is.
Because I
soap,
also feel
shampoo.
like Sarah's temperature just continually increases. Like with ours, it takes a second to heat up, but then it's there.
Yeah.
Sarah's, I feel like just
keeps getting hotter.
Keeps going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're right,
Anyways,
though. I love
there's
that
nothing
shower.
like showering in your own shower.
Yeah.
Good question, Gail. And welcome home to you.
Yes.
Justice said, morning, guys. Glad to see you back. We back.
We back.
Morning to you, too. Diane said, good morning, gents. So good to have you back on the air.
Thank you.
Do we still call it the air, like if it's YouTube?
That's the thing. I don't know. People ask me, so what are you doing? And I say, well, I have this new show. And they're like, oh, where? And I'm like, or they say, what kind of show? And I'm like, well, it's a talk show.
Yeah.
Well, it's a YouTube
It's a talk show.
It
It's
is
definitely
a
a talk show.
Yeah.
That's like when the show started, we dealt with like a, what do you call it? Because you were telling some people like it's a YouTube show, but some people think that YouTube is strictly for like 13-year-old vloggers. So they're like, okay, Pete's going off the
Pete's
deep
going
end.
to vlog, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So we're a show. We're a talk show.
I thought of doing a vlog on the way home
Yeah.
yesterday, but there was just so many people around.
That is the tough part about recording videos in public.
Yeah, it's like,
Very
how can I?
nerve-wracking.
And the plane was full. We're back to that. I enjoyed.
Was Southwest is 3, right?
Yes.
3 across, yeah.
I so much enjoyed flying during the pandemic because they left the middle seat open.
Yeah.
And I just those have to be some of the most upsetting words when they come over the PA and they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is a completely full flight, so
Yeah.
please choose a seat and sit down." It's like, oh man.
See, I kind of like JetBlue and now Breeze, the 2-seaters.
Okay.
Because then you're either on the aisle or you get the window.
Either
it.
one.
That's it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like with 2 people, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. But the worst experience I had was I was in between like a bodybuilder and just a normal person. But I was next to a bodybuilder one time. So like there I am, and I had the middle seat. I'm just like sitting here, and I'm like, please be over. Like, I just need this flight to be over.
And I was sitting. I got a window seat both times because
You did?
Yeah, because I get on the plane. Oh yeah, I've been getting a window seat all the time now.
Oh.
Yeah. I get on the plane first because of usually a wheelchair or the cane, and I always grab a window seat. And I was sitting there, and when they announced it's a completely full flight, I started to go through my head. What's the armrest routine? I think I get this one, and I don't get this one.
It should be common knowledge.
So
You should just know. Middle seat, both. Window, you got the window. And I think there still is an armrest on the left. So you get the left armrest
Yes.
and the window.
Yeah.
Person on the outside gets the outside one. That's how it goes. Just
And
remember
the person
that.
in the middle gets both.
Because you're in the middle and your life
Yep.
sucks.
Okay.
Except when you're next to a bodybuilder, because even if you want the armrest, you can't get to it.
You're not going to move him off it.
Yeah. Let's see. Peter Guy, good morning. The guys from Maine.
Yes, I saw that you were up in Maine. Yes.
And then Mrs. Guy said, good morning, Pete and Matt from the guys in Maine.
Hey, there
Lovely.
you go.
I love how you both chat separately. Like, that's my favorite thing is you watch together, I'm assuming, but chat separately.
Chat separately.
I love that.
That's
my
cool.
favorite thing.
Yep.
And she said, lovely day up here.
Oh,
It's a
very nice.
lovely day down here, but it's too
Gonna be
hot.
hot.
And I love us as a human race. I was talking about this with Trish because she was complaining how hot it is. Back in the spring, the winter and the spring, we're like, oh my God, I don't even care. Just bring on the 90-degree weather.
Right.
Like, just bring
Yep.
it on. I need it. I need it for my soul. And then we get here and we're like, just bring on the fall.
Done with this. I'm ready for pumpkin spice and sweaters.
Melting. How dare it get this hot? Well, that's global warming, folks. Anyways, Dana said Connecticut always sucks no matter what. It does. It really
Yeah.
does. It's always the one place on the
Yep.
way home that we hit traffic.
And you got to drive the whole length of the state.
Yep. Let's see. Mrs. Guy said, "Love the cake, Matt. Thank you. I was very proud of that." Because she acts like she hates it, but she loves it.
You
And
think she secretly loves it.
it made her smile more than if I just got happy birthday, Mom. So that's a victory in my book.
There you go. There you go.
She'll never admit that, though. Diane said they don't serve adult beverages anymore because some passengers get violent. Is that like a
Yeah.
permanent thing now? Because I did hear that. I wonder if that's a
I don't know.
permanent thing.
I think it's just for now. Probably just for now.
I think they should. It should be like a waiver. You have to sign this waiver. You can have alcohol,
But-
you're now subject to being duct taped to your chair. And in that point, it's okay. So as long as you're okay being duct taped, if you get unruly, I think you should be able to drink.
I don't actually like to drink when I fly because I'm like, I don't want to upset my stomach or,
Yeah.
you know.
It's like I don't eat that. They always have like fast food places in airports.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not eating fast food before I get on a plane. Are you kidding me?
And then yesterday, Southwest gave us this little bag of mini pretzels, which basically was pretzel sticks broken up, I think. I mean,
Okay, that's
the
annoying.
pretzel stick was about that big, okay? So you're wearing your mask, which you must wear at all times.
Mm-hmm.
The only time you can take down your mask is to take a drink, put it back up.
Oh, that is interesting.
So I'm there with these mini pretzels, right? And I'm
Yeah.
going, put them on my hand, pull the mask out.
I'm surprised they serve snacks on such a short flight, though.
They did not from Norfolk to Baltimore because that was only like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was a really quick one.
Yeah, it was, I think it was an hour or 50 minutes coming from Baltimore.
I like when Southwest used to serve like the airplane-shaped Cheez-Its.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was my favorite
Yes.
airplane snack, and I don't think it'll ever be topped. You can try, but it won't be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justin said, Matt, are you going to share the cake with the rest of us? Well, you see, there was only 4 people celebrating this birthday, so it's a very small cake.
Yes.
We don't
Yeah.
get the big sheet cakes anymore.
No, we
so
don't.
unfortunately, I mean, there is some left.
And it had what? Real whipped cream
Yeah, it was
frosting?
really good.
Yeah.
I was very pumped about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Diane, although if you rinse out 3 3-ounce mouthwash bottles and then pour a nip in them to carry in a Ziploc. All right, I'm not advising this. Just liability reasons. I'm not saying that's okay.
And I finally found
But
a
if
way.
you need advice, go to Diane.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I finally found a way to get through security without being a major headache. Of course, it helps that it was summertime, you know,
Okay.
and I was in a polo and shorts, but I wore my Birkenstocks. Okay, so I had my sandals. I didn't have to worry about retying shoes, all this stuff, and then I had taken my belt. Well, I didn't put my belt on in the morning. I put my belt in my backpack, and I put my watch in my backpack. So when I went through security, all I had to do was place my phone in my wallet.
Yeah.
So I went through security. Everything was fine, although the guy did have to wand me. I think it's because I have all these
Well,
replacement
you
parts.
always get wanded. Charlie, what are you doing, my man?
So,
All right, he's laying down. He's good.
so once the guy won, I got all my stuff back, and then it's like, you know, when you're going to your gate, stop at the restroom, go in, put your belt on, and everything, and I was ready to go.
Yeah, that's the best thing is to like put like your watch, like I don't know if you wear bracelets or necklaces or anything, just don't put them on until after.
Yeah,
Like, there's
put them in your bag.
Make it simple.
Yeah.
Because that's the most stressful thing is when you have a ton of stuff on the belt and like they're always like rushing you at the end and you're trying to like redress yourself and put your hoodie back on and your gloves and your parka and everything.
I've had many people suggest I get that TSA pre-check.
Yes.
But in order to do that, I think I have to go to Plymouth to do. You can't do it online.
Well, for you, it's difficult because of your
yeah.
replacements. Yeah. Because you'll set it off every time, so it's kind of a red flag.
And people have asked me, they've said, well, can't you get a card from your doctor? They don't do that. They don't honor that since 9/11.
Oh,
Okay. I think before 9/11, 2001, you could carry a note from your doctor that said, I have a hip replacement.
Yeah.
They don't trust that now. So, and I don't blame them,
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much I just figure I'm going to get wanded every time.
Yeah.
And I usually tell the guy, because he says, do you have replacements? And I go, 2 shoulders, 2 knees, 2 hips. And I usually get the same, wow.
Wow, you're like a robot.
You know how many times I've heard bionic man?
I know, I was just going to say it.
Yeah.
I was just going to say it. Everyone has probably, in this chat, has probably called you bionic man.
Yeah, at one time or another.
You all do it. I mean, we all do it. We did it, but we live with them, so
Yeah.
that ended quickly.
And by the way, thank you so much for joining us in the chat this morning, because you have laid to rest my fear that I had with Matt.
Oh, my God.
When we
Talk this man off the ledge like
it wasn't
10
that
times.
bad. When we discussed taking a week off, I said, well, the only problem with that, I don't know if they're ever going to come back.
Do you think people will come back? I'm like, what the hell are you saying, bro? Of course people are going to come back.
I've read that Jay Leno never liked to take a vacation from the Tonight Show because he was afraid. It's like they never hired a host who was on Jay's level to fill in, because he didn't want people to like the fill-in more than him.
That's like, do you see what Jimmy Kimmel is doing? He has he'll take a week off or more than a week off, and he just gets a bunch of celebrities to come in. Like Stephen A. Smith from ESPN hosted a couple days ago.
Oh,
Niall
wow.
Horan did it last night, I think. Did Ariana Grande do it once? I don't know, but he has Maren Morris did it once. Like a bunch of celebrities coming,
which is a good idea, because then you want to tune in to see how they're going to do.
I've never really watched late night talk shows. I watch them on YouTube like everybody else does. But like the Stephen A. Smith one, I was like, should I watch? I didn't end up watching, but I thought about it.
You thought about it.
Stephen A. Smith is just such a fired up dude. And it's so funny when he's
For
super
those of
nice
you
and
that
down
don't
to
know,
earth.
he's on ESPN.
Yeah, but he just has some hot takes, and he's really fired up all the time. So I thought it would be funny. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, let's see. We got a lot of people here today. Thank you for coming. Gail said, "Such a trendsetter you are, Matt." I think that's about the Trish thing. You know, I wish I could say I was setting trends, but I just felt it in my heart that she was a Trish. Dana said, "Nah, don't change it, Matt. Leave it as Trish." I will probably. It breaks my heart slightly that it's no longer a personal thing, but I think it still is.
Yeah.
Peter Guy said Trish is her stage name. That's true. It's true.
Pretty much.
She just needs to accept it.
Yep.
I don't think she ever will for the comedy of it, though. I think she likes the fight.
Dana, do you call her Trish at work?
Mama Trish.
'Cause
Don't you call her? You guys call her like Mama Braley,
Mama
or something?
B or
You
something?
should call her Mama Trish.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. By the way, we went to Chick-fil-A and they pronounced her name right, but they spelt it wrong this time.
Yes.
I forgot how they spelt it, but they spelt it wrong.
But they didn't say Perlisa like they did last time.
That was bad, for sure. Let's see. Maybe Charlie needs a GoPro. I've been looking into a couple options. The problem is I need it to plug in to here, so it needs to have a very specific connection.
Okay.
So we'll see. But I'm hoping for Charlie Cam at some point.
Charlie Cam.
Yeah.
He's now gotten out of his bed and is laying on the floor, so it must be cooler for him.
Must be. Yeah, it's getting really hot in here, so we got to hurry up the show.
It's getting hot.
We're just going to start talking really fast.
Okay, so good morning.
Here we
Here's
go. All right, there's a lot of chats. I'm going to get to some later, but we're going to get on with the show here.
Let me go to the news quickly on this Wednesday morning. 2 members of Congress flew unannounced into Kabul airport in the middle of the ongoing chaotic evacuation Tuesday, stunning State Department and U.S. military personnel who had to divert resources to provide security and information to the lawmakers. Representative Seth Moulton of Massachusetts and Representative Peter Myler of Michigan flew in and out of the on a charter aircraft, and they were on the ground at the Kabul airport for several hours. They say they were fact-finding, and they were just part of oversight. Charlie Watts, the unshakable drummer for the Rolling Stones, who helped anchor one of rock's greatest rhythm sections, has died, according to his publicist. He was 80 years old. Bernard Doherty said Tuesday that Watts passed away peacefully in a London hospital earlier today, surrounded by his family. Watts had announced that he would not tour with the Stones in 2021 because of an undefined health issue. He joined the band in 1963 and remained for over 60 years, ranked just behind Mick Jagger and Keith Richards as the group's longest-lasting and most essential member. Planning a trip to Hawaii, state officials there are asking tourists to stay away for the time being as COVID cases surge on the islands. Hawaii is a popular destination for New Englanders. In 2018, the Hawaii Tourism Authority said the Greater Boston market brings about 60,000 visitors to the state each year. But now the governor is discouraging tourists from visiting, saying it is a risky time to be traveling. And some new cars now selling for more than their sticker price, thanks to the pandemic, with customers now looking for cars after last year's shutdowns, and with a persistent shortage of computer chips that go into the new vehicles, dealers don't have enough cars and trucks on their lots to keep pace with demand. This is leading to a spike in car prices, with some vehicles even going for more than the sticker price. I did see that driving down to Virginia. We went by some car dealers, and the lots were not as full as they used to.
Yeah, we actually noticed that some up more north, they were already moving the cars for the hurricane, so I didn't really notice what it was for, if it was because of the shortage. But I did hear that the other day, that it's the computer chips again.
Yeah.
Where are all the chips? We need them.
From what I understand, they're on the dock in China. It's the shipping that screwed everything up. Not enough people shipping things.
Gotcha.
So. Another roller coaster ride for the Red Sox, but they get the win. We'll get to sports in just a moment. There's a story I read over the weekend, too. Yeah, by the way, I did a lot of reading, so beware.
He has the next 45 shows planned.
All set. 2/3 of Americans are obsessive about one thing in particular in their homes: their spot on the couch.
Yes.
A new study finds that 66% admit to having unofficial assigned seating throughout their homes, and he would be part of that 66%.
Yes, I'm referred to as the Sheldon Cooper of this family.
People are so loyal to their favorite spots that they will argue with another family member about sitting in their spot at least twice a month.
It's just disrespectful.
Think so?
Yeah, it is.
Whether it's at the kitchen table, dad's recliner, or the family couch, 68% of respondents say they're very passionate about their spot. Now, actually, I remember I set the table recently when everybody was here for your graduation, right?
Yeah, and I yelled at you.
Yeah, you yelled at me.
Well, you were like, where's everybody sitting? Where's everybody going?
And you're sitting there like, Dad, they've lived here before. They all have their spot.
See, the thing is, it was the six of us. Well, plus Liam, but he
Yeah.
doesn't really count. No offense to Liam, but I
Right,
mean, he just kind
right.
of sits next to somebody.
But
it was the six of us. If there's spouses involved, sometimes it can get a little difficult.
Right.
And by spouses, I mean the other three spouses. I don't have one. Anyways, but yeah, no, if there's spouses involved, it can get a little difficult, because then you're like, well, do I have to seat them next to each other, this, that? But it was the six of us.
Well,
we were eating lunch. It was just the six of us.
But I was trying to put Liam next to his mom, you know?
But
no?
I mean, we've had the same seats our entire lives. I'm the only one here. I still sit in my assigned seat.
You do.
You and Trish sometimes move around.
Trish doesn't usually move.
It's you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
me.
you that moves
I
around.
move around because I don't have to sit in the same seat every time.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think it's because there's only three of us, and Trish sits on one end, you sit on the other end, and I feel like you're far away.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, I don't want to keep. Well, I don't want to keep asking you to pass me something.
I give him a lot of crap because he waits until like I'll make my plate and he won't say anything, and then Trish will make her plate and she won't say anything, and I sit down, my plate's ready, I pick up my food. Hey, Matt, can you pass this? Are you kidding me? Like, just what about when we're all making our food? How about that?
So we have
But
to.
the second I put all the food down,
Yeah.
I look at everyone, make sure, are we all good? We're all good? We're ready to eat? Pick up the fork. Hey, Matt, can you pass the butter? Are you kidding me?
So
like,
I've got to
every
get.
time.
I have to get everything done during.
Well, the problem
Prep
here's your
time.
problem though. Trish,
here it is.
Trish will be
I'm ready.
Well, Trish will be like, "Hey, dinner's ready," or if you're cooking, which surprises me how you do it even when you're cooking because you know when dinner's ready. But someone will be like, "Hey, dinner's ready," and we'll all be like, "All right," we all like get a drink, go to the table. And you, like, go to wash your hands, go to the bathroom, take a shower, mow the lawn, do your taxes, and then you sit down. And I'm like, what? Like,
You said the meal was ready.
so you need, like, a 15-minute warning is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm typically upstairs. I get the text, hey, dinner's ready, or you guys yell or whatever, dinner's ready. I come down the stairs, I sit down, I'm ready to go. Or I wash my hands real quick, sit down, and I'm ready to go. It's like this big production that has to happen. So by the time you sit down, I'm already ready to eat. And you're like, hey, can you pass all the stuff down here? It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Let me postpone my... Anyways, this is supposed to be about spots.
Well, it's just you're talking about how you have your spot.
Anyways,
so.
I also have a spot on the couch, but you've taken that back since you've been back from Virginia.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's your spot? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
On the couch, the end seat, the left end seat. That I used to sit there all the time.
Get that. So that's the Sheldon Cooper cushion then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's broken in perfectly.
Oh.
It also, no, it's the best viewing of the TV because it's the only seat that's like straight on.
Oh,
like
is that
middle
it?
of the
Okay.
TV straight on.
So it's not so
I
much
always
that
sit
you've
there.
broken it in and got it
No.
all. No.
But it's mainly because the viewing.
Straight on.
Plus, before you went to Virginia, you always laid on the love seat, which made no sense because like the couch would fit him better, but he always laid on the love seat.
Yeah, 5'9". So I always had my legs up in the air
Yeah.
at one point. Yeah.
But then he
I don't
came
know.
back and he's a couch guy now, and it just bothers me because
Yeah.
the couch was mine, but now it's no longer mine.
I do remember there was one night recently, I think, where you actually sat on the love seat where I usually sit, and
Yeah.
you said, "How can you see the TV from
the
here?"
viewing angle is
And I'm like,
terrible.
"Oh, it's right
It is
there."
garbage. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're defending it, but sometimes I walk down the stairs and you move the TV to tilt closer to the love seat.
Only if the sun is like directly on the screen.
I guess.
No, really, that's the only time I move it.
I guess.
No, it's true.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. Anywho, does everybody have a spot?
Yeah. Do you have a spot that you
Let us know.
that you have to sit in? And has it been the same since you had kids, or since they moved on?
Is anyone else like me where like you go to somebody else's house and you obtain a spot there as well?
Yeah.
Like
true.
at Sarah's house, that nice chair.
Yep.
She has a chair that's like way off in the corner. Like it's not around the TV, it's way off in the corner. And sometimes like everybody will be sitting over by the TV.
But
I'll
you'd
still
still-
sit way in the corner because I love that chair.
Yeah.
It's so comfy.
It used to be in her nursery. And
Yeah.
she told me the other day, she said, I missed this chair being upstairs. But,
I don't know why they chose to move it down, but yeah.
on why people are attached to certain spots, 63% associate positive memories with particular areas or pieces of furniture in their home. So
See, with me, I think it's just, I don't know. Once I decide something, I try not to stress about it because there's way more decisions to like stress about. I don't do well with decisions. I still. Do you guys remember the wallet story that I told way in the beginning? This was probably like first 5 shows.
I think I slept through that one.
I told. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I need a new wallet. My wallet's ripping. There's holes.
Did
in
you
it.
buy one yet?
No. I need a new wallet though, and I couldn't decide on a wallet. I told the story. Probably we're getting close to 3 months into the show.
Yeah.
And I still have not bought a wallet. I don't do well with decisions.
I bought a wallet on Amazon about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just, I went through them. I was
That's
like,
my problem, though. Is I
don't
went on
want-
Amazon. There's a million different wallets.
Oh, yeah.
And I refuse. Like the best wallets. Like I'll find one I like. I'm like, oh, that one's pretty cool. It's like $50. I'm like, I'm not spending $50 on a wallet. I said this in the first one. It's supposed to hold my money, not take it.
But how many things are there to consider? My thing was,
There's a lot to
I
consider.
wanted a bifold wallet, not
Yes.
a trifold.
That's one thing to
All right,
consider.
so I got a bifold.
Yep. I like brown leather over black leather.
Okay,
Yep.
that could be number 2. And number 3 was I looked at one wallet that I really liked, but it didn't have enough
Pockets.
pockets for all my
Yes.
cards.
Yep.
But then I found one that did, so I bought it.
I struggle with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I just like my wallet, but maybe I need to find the same one. Why haven't I tried this?
Well, go
I
to
need-
the same.
yeah, I need to look it up.
Maybe.
The problem is I got it as a gift,
Oh.
so I don't know where it was from.
But do you know what kind it is?
Probably.
It's brand name,
I
or
mean,
has that
there's-
worn off?
I was going to say there's probably a tag, but it's probably worn off. Probably doesn't say anything. But yeah, no. So I like to Like, I have my spots, and I don't need to think about it anymore. It's one less thing to think about.
So a question for you this morning. Do you have your spot in your house?
Yes.
Where is it? Why is it? And, yeah. And also, do you have a spot at other people's houses?
Val said, my spot is wherever the dog isn't. My spot at your house is the table. That's where the yummy food is. That is true. You do always sit around the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's where I first got the spot of the left side of the couch, because Bax would always sit on the right side of the couch.
On the right side, yep.
And so you couldn't touch it. That dog was like 100 pounds. Once he was up there for probably a minimum of 6 hours. So you weren't getting that spot.
No.
That's like we did say with Trish the other day, because we were watching a movie or something, and Charlie's so small you can just move him. And so I was like, Mom, we need to train him to sit in the middle of the couch, because Bax would always take an armrest seat because he would rest his head on the armrest. But we're going to train Charlie.
There you go.
Middle of the couch.
Middle of
yes,
the couch.
We get the ends.
Okay.
Yes. Let us know. Do you have a spot?
Moving on, checking sports this morning. For the second straight night, the Red Sox were a bit of a roller coaster. 4 hours, almost 4 hours long for this game Tuesday night. The Red Sox beat the Minnesota Twins by a score of 11-9. And once again, there were 4 lead changes in this game in 4 innings. Red Sox come out with the win, though, 11-9. A golf ball hit by Hideki Matsuyama ended up in a spectator's shirt. I've seen the video. Hideki was, I should have given you the video.
I have no video. I did not know about this.
Hideki was on he's on the Pro Golf Tour. Hideki was on the 10th hole of the Northern Trust Golf Tournament in New Jersey. He hit a ball that landed on the cart path, taking a couple of bounces before landing in a man's shirt. The man said, it went between my legs, hit my knee, and somehow rolled up into my shirt. The man remained in place until Matsuyama made his way over.
Which is impressive. I feel like not many people would do that.
Yeah. The spectator was given the okay to shake his shirt, because he didn't know, right? He was given the okay to shake his shirt and allow the ball to roll out onto the grass. Matsuyama ended up signing the ball. He gave it to he was allowed to replace the ball.
I love that.
He ended up signing the ball and gave it to the fan and then took a drop.
Now, do you get a one-stroke penalty for that?
I would think so. If not 2. But I think it's
well, because my thing, like, if it lands out of bounds, you play it where it lies. I don't think you get a well, technically, I don't know if that's out of bounds. Yeah, it probably is. I don't know. I don't know a lot about golf, but I feel like you can hit it from out of bounds and not take the penalty.
Sometimes, yes.
So I feel like that shouldn't count.
Yeah.
It's not his fault the guy was standing there with a pocket tee. What if he wore his polo without a pocket?
I know.
And we would have avoided. I mean, the man probably
right.
Would have been dead. But
I want to know.
I don't think there's much difference there with life saving. Anyways,
I want to know how you can sign Hideki Matsuyama on a golf ball.
Well, I guarantee that's the first thing they teach you. First, you need to be good enough in golf, and second, you need to learn how to sign very small.
I would think
that's the second thing they teach you when joining the PGA Tour.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I guess
after golf.
He's looked into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ben Affleck has been seen shopping for engagement rings.
Ooh.
Yeah, get to that when we check entertainment news in just a few minutes. There is a school bus driver shortage, and it's causing schools to take extreme measures, including paying parents to drive their kids to school this year.
That's crazy.
A school in Wilmington, Delaware, has resorted to offering parents $700 to not use the bus system to get their kids to and from school. I'd take that.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh public schools are experiencing a similar shortage of drivers, causing them to push back classes for 2 weeks. And in Lorain County, Ohio, the school superintendent says, I'm seeing things I've never seen before. Sometimes, if they're really short-staffed, like if a bus driver calls out in the morning, schools are sending messages that say, sorry, we're not going to be able to pick up your kids today.
That's so crazy. So, do they go virtual for that day? Or do they just not go to school? I mean, the kids must be, rooting for it. They're probably like, let's go, Debbie, call out. I don't want to go to school.
Yes.
Yeah. That's crazy, though.
I don't know. They must do. I mean, I'm sure all those kids cannot get to school.
Yeah. I will say I'm not really surprised because who actually wants to be a school bus driver? I mean, come on.
Well, there are plenty of people that do it.
I know,
Yeah.
and they're saints because think about it. You have to drive a massive vehicle, which I mean, some people probably enjoy that, but a massive vehicle that probably isn't. I don't think, and I'm not a mechanic in any way. Maybe Peter can help me out with this. I feel like school buses are like just the bare minimum. Like they get them running and they're like, it's good to go. They don't really take their time to. That's like mail trucks.
Yes.
Like yeah. Like
Yeah.
they just make them so they run just enough.
Just enough,
And then they're
yeah.
like, yep, get on out there, buddy. Smack
And
it on the bumper. And
Do
get
you
out
ever
there.
see a new mail truck?
No.
Do you ever see?
No.
Hey, I'm driving a new one today.
They advertise
Just came off the
them.
line.
They advertise them, but I'm convinced that they don't actually exist. They just made the advertisement.
Maybe.
Because I think there's electric ones now.
I have always
But
wondered.
like, where are they?
I have always wondered about school buses traveling through the streets of New Bedford when there's snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And they do it.
Yep.
They do it.
Yep.
They make those turns.
If anyone knows a school bus driver, I would like to interview them because I have so many questions. How do you determine who gets the old school buses and the new ones? Is it like a rookie thing? Like, get on out there, you get the shitty one that never starts. You know? Because you always see, like, really nice new ones and really crappy ones. How do you decide
I
that?
think the rookies get the crappy ones.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But then I could picture, like, some old school bus drivers being like, nah, this is Old Faithful. I'm keeping Old Faithful. She's been with me through it all. But yeah, no. So you have to drive that probably terrible quality car. And also, you're with kids at their worst. I feel like kids are literally at their worst on the school bus. There's you either get kids like when I used to ride the school bus where I would put headphones in and just sleep half the time.
Right. Yeah.
Or you get kids that like throw, I don't know, like slime everywhere. I don't think there's any in between. Like, I think you're either a good kid or a bad kid on the bus.
Do they still do spitballs?
I don't know. I'm not a kid.
Okay.
I'm younger than you, but I'm not on a school bus.
But you're not that far removed.
I haven't ridden the school bus since...
Well, I
Middle
haven't ridden a
school.
school bus since the 70s.
True, but what I'm
Right.
saying is neither one of us is qualified.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick look at entertainment news this morning. Ben Affleck has been seen browsing engagement rings at the Century City Tiffany's in California, presumably for his on-again love, Jennifer Lopez. Affleck first popped the question to Lopez back in November of 2002, but the couple decided to postpone their planned 2003 wedding, blaming excessive media attention. They broke things off in 2004. Lopez and Affleck sparked things back up in April, just a month after she ended her 2-year engagement with Alex Rodriguez.
Interesting.
And Mayim Bialik is filling in as host of Jeopardy after Mike Richards stepped down when clips resurfaced featuring him making disparaging comments about women and other groups. The Big Bang Theory actress was also recently announced as the host of the Jeopardy primetime shows and any spin-off series. She has been tapped to replace Richards on a short-term basis. But TMZ is reporting producers are really doing everything possible to work with Mayim's schedule in order to record as many episodes with her as possible. So the producers want her to do it all, but it's a question of fitting into her schedule.
Yeah, didn't that guy, like, name himself the host?
Not real.
And then he stepped down or something?
He was the, executive producer?
Something like that.
So people thought, that's a little shady. But
Yeah.
evidently it was the parent company, Sony, that made the decision.
I don't know. Guy just doesn't seem like a good guy, is all I'm saying.
So,
Yeah.
any old podcasts of you out there that with you saying disparaging things? or what?
I hope not. I try to be. I mean, the worst thing I ever do is be sarcastic. That's
Yeah.
because that's my life.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's the entertainment news for today. The other day, a user on Reddit asked other parents, what are mistakes that you made that others could learn from before it's too late? So I found some of these interesting and thought we'd share these, all right?
Okay.
See if you can relate or if there are other mistakes that you've made as a parent that you think you could pass on. Number one, if you're going to give in early. For example, if your kid wants ice cream and you say no, and they beg a little, that's when you would give in.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you give in once they start kicking and screaming, then you've just taught them that the way to get ice cream is to kick and scream.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're going to give in early, you know?
I feel like the advice should be don't give in.
Yeah.
Because even if you give in early, I still know that all I got to do is beg a little bit. All I got to do is just not accept no for an answer, and then I will maybe get yes.
But if you know yourself and you know that you're the type that you're going to give in, so
my advice,
do it early.
As an unqualified parent, because I'm not a parent, would be decide early on whether or not what the answer is going to be, so that there is no giving in.
Okay.
Just if it's a no, it's a no.
Parenting advice.
But if it might end up being a yes, well, you got to figure that out before they ask.
I guess so.
You got to outsmart the kid, because the kid will outsmart you. Speaking as a former baby, the kid will outsmart you. It's a matter of time.
Thank you. Yes, you probably did once or twice. Yeah.
Yep.
From my ex and I, co-parent, be civil and realistic with your expectations of each other. Stop making it a competition to see who is more loved. It's not a competition. It's about cooperation. The constant battle between you two is not healthy for the kids. You're stuck together for the rest of this child's life, whether you like it or not, so get along.
Yeah.
So I know couples that are broken up. I know some that have done a super job parenting the kids, and I've known a few that have not done a super job.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a lot of it has to do with how you part, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you break up. Make time for your kids, someone suggested, really make time. My son is 9 now, and I'm lucky to be able to give him the attention he deserves. When I was working myself to death, I was only going home to sleep and get ready for work again, and it affected him emotionally. Now he's doing better with schooling. He has way less tantrums. He's eating better, sleeping better, and just doing better overall. So devote more time to the kid instead of always having to rush off. Number 4, for the love of God, accept all the help that's offered. Let other people clean. Let other people bring you food and watch your kids while you sleep. It really does take a village, and for some reason, we want to be able to do everything ourselves. It is complete nonsense. I've told your sister that. If people offer to help, take the help,
Yeah.
It's not a sign of weakness. Refrain from making one person be the disciplinarian and the other the consoler. Try to share the load. This can turn into teenagers who don't respect the consoler or teenagers who can't open up to the disciplinarian.
No good cop, bad cop.
Yep. And I have seen parents do that too. And it's funny, with your mother and I, it always worked out that she would deal with the boys and I would deal with the girls.
Yeah.
Because you and I and your brother,
we would just fight.
We would just fight.
Yeah.
We would just butt heads.
I think the three of us, our personalities are too close. But we're all really stubborn, but also a little sensitive. So we all just don't stop fighting, but we all get really bothered by what the other person says. The fights are always the same. It's like, blah, 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 blah. How dare you say that to me? Blah, 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 blah. How dare you say that to me?
Hey.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. But yeah, it is funny. The boys became mama's boys. The girls became daddy's girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked, and we realized, it's my turn to deal with it.
It did work. They raised 3 great kids.
We had 4.
Yep.
Okay.
I haven't proven myself yet.
Number 7, which is one that I really believe in, don't announce every milestone on social media, starting with the pregnancy. Now, I can see you want to share the news.
I would have loved some expansion on why they say not to share.
Well, the way I interpret it is, I've seen friends who share everything.
Mm-hmm.
Susie used the potty today. It's like, that doesn't need to be on social media.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's what that means.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff, I get it. Yeah, stuff that's I don't know, think in advance. Don't post things that are going to eventually embarrass your kid.
Yeah, good point.
That would be my advice. I mean, there's stuff that like embarrasses kids that you want to keep, but like maybe keep it in a scrapbook or something. The world doesn't need to know. We talked about this last week. Is like there's certain things that you don't need to post on Facebook.
Yeah.
But everyone insists on posting on Facebook.
Don't just dismiss things that are important to your kids just because they don't matter in the long run. To your children, they are important now, and you need to show empathy and support them.
Yeah.
All right.
Or just, I mean, not even parent-kid thing, but like just, even if you don't get somebody's interest, show some curiosity into it. People really like that.
Yeah.
Like if someone asks you a question about something there's no greater feeling than when somebody like wants to know more about something you're really passionate about.
True.
Even if their questions are really dumb, like it's really, I don't know. There's like no bigger compliment than someone that's like asking you a bunch of questions about what you do.
Isn't that one of the tips they give about meeting people in a social situation? Find out have them talk about something they really love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's when you start. I mean, let's just skip. I think we should make this a rule. Let's skip like the, hey, how you doing? How's work? What do you do for a living stuff?
Yeah.
Let's just jump to like, hey.
What do you like to do?
What's the meaning of life? Like, I feel like we would just, it would be so much better.
Don't you think
you would know right off the bat if you want to talk to this person or not. What's the meaning of life?
I don't know.
To work a 9 to 5 and get drunk on the weekends. Okay. The conversation's over, and I'm going to go talk to somebody more interesting.
Moving on.
Yeah.
And the final one is never let someone else get in the way of raising your children. Never let someone else get in the way of raising your children.
Like the nanny. Ooh. I don't know. I try and think of, I don't really relate to these because I'm not a parent, so I just try and offer anything. Yeah.
All right. Do we have any chats?
Yes, let's see.
Up on?
People, I love how much everyone's chatting today. I'm definitely going to miss some, so I apologize in advance if I miss anything. If there's anything dire, like I know way back before Justin said our friendship might be over because I don't like banana bread and he does. So if it's something really important, feel free to message us because I'm definitely going to miss some. But I do want to say, people are talking to each other in this, and I love it. And where did Diane said it? Let's see. Pete and Matt, I love that your show has given us a chance to have a new circle of friends.
Oh,
and I love that because
cool.
Everyone's chatting like I see you guys are chatting about Maine. I do have one thing to say. Dana advised Peter Guy and Mrs. Guy to go to Barnacle Bill's in Maine.
Oh, I
didn't know there was another one.
There's a Barnacle Bill's. Is it in Wareham?
Yes.
Onset?
Yeah. Somewhere near there.
Yeah, we love going there, but it's good old fried.
I didn't know there was
seafood.
more than one.
Yeah.
Are there more than two? Is it the same? I mean, I would assume it would have to be the same.
We go to
place, right?
Barnacle Bill's once a year because that's about all our systems can take.
We haven't been in a while, though.
No, we haven't.
It's been a couple years.
You're right.
Yeah. Love that place. That used to always be the... Was it Mother's Day? Was it Mom that always wanted to go, or you always wanted to go for Father's Day? It was one of the two.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
Yep.
We would always go to Barnacle Bill's.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Let's see. Gloria said, I'm with you, Matt. My wallet is literally falling apart. Can't find the one I like. It's a struggle. It really is. I'm glad other people out there relate. He thinks I'm crazy over here.
I don't get it. I don't get why it's so... I mean, to
I'm
me,
probably
it's
going to keep my wallet until the money falls out and I actually lose stuff.
To me, it's like you look at a few suggestions and you pick one. Okay, that.
I don't see. I'm always the one. We talked about this with the online shopping, the disappointing online shopping story.
Right.
I don't want to buy something that isn't going to last. I want to buy a wallet that's going to last me 10 years.
Well, here's an archaic suggestion.
Okay.
Why don't you go to a store so that you can look at them and see which one you want, so you don't have to worry about ordering it and then shipping it back. And
see, because I know that I will go to like Macy's, take the time to go there, look at wallets, and buy none of them. And to me, that's already a waste of time.
I don't understand why it's
so I'd rather lay in bed on my laptop and scroll aimlessly for hours looking for a wallet. And to me, that's somehow not a waste of time.
Charlie is right near one of the camera legs, and he was just stretching.
Yeah, he's probably gonna push it.
If that camera suddenly goes out of whack, you'll know why.
Let's see. Gail before said, I do have my spot, but it can change depending on how I rearrange the furniture. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, definitely experienced that. But Trish doesn't rearrange the furniture as much anymore.
No, we haven't done it in a long time.
I think it's because we have like a set of furniture now that really only has one way that it could go.
Pretty much.
So, We'll see if that changes. You said you wanted a chair at one point for the
Yep.
living room, so I don't know if that's ever going to change.
Okay.
We'll see, though. I mean, you got a chair right there, so
I love this chair.
12 years from now when the show ends, you can bring that out there.
12 years. Okay, yeah.
You're under a 12-year
I'm
contract.
going to be 72, which, by the way, I don't remember signing, but that's okay.
Well,
All right.
weed is a hell of a drug. Wait, what? Anyways, let's see. It's tough because there's so many chats. I don't know what to get to. Dana says, as far as I know, Barnacle Bills is a gun quit?
Yep. Oh, gun
Is not the same as Wareham. Ah, two different. How did they get away with that? Maybe because it's two different states.
Yeah, small businesses, 2 different states.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, how many guys named Bill are fascinated with barnacles and seafood?
It just flows, doesn't it, though? Barnacle Bill. Like it wouldn't have Barnacle Pete. It's just, I don't think that will work.
Let's see. Diane said, I do childcare privately in my home, and if the kid has a milestone moment, like walking for the first time or such, I don't tell the parent so they can get the thrill of it in their own home. That's a really interesting...
Excellent idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, though, because it's almost like, you want to keep that moment for them, but at the same time, it's not true.
Yeah, but who's going to... I mean, the kid isn't going to tell, right?
True. I don't know. I would just overthink things.
Yeah.
I would be laying in bed at night like, oh my God, for the rest of their life they're going to think that they started walking at home.
This is the same guy that can't buy a wallet. Are
That's
you
me.
surprised that he overthinks things?
That's me. You know how long it took me to buy a belt?
I just bought one Sunday. On Amazon.
You want to know what? This is probably why I'm struggling with the wallet. I bought a new belt, and it squeaks sometimes.
Squeak.
It's the most annoying thing. Like, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes I'll bend down and the belt will squeak, and I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like,
your belt squeaks.
Sometimes. Well, it doesn't. It's
Well,
it's broken in now, so it doesn't really do it anymore. But when I first got it, it always did it, and I was like, luckily, it only really happened at home, so it would give Kat and Trish a laugh. But
I should not laugh because I asked your mother this yesterday, and I've also asked Sarah.
okay,
My Birkenstock, the right one, not the left one, my right Birkenstock farts. I don't know when I'm walking, it's like a little air bubble forms between my foot and the sandal, so that when I take a step, it goes.
You know what? That happens to me with Vans sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if my feet get a little sweaty, that happens to me with Vans.
And that's so embarrassing, because I wonder, can anybody else hear that besides me?
It depends. I would say it depends where you are.
Yeah.
You were in the airport, I would say no.
If I was in church.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing Birkenstocks to church?
Jesus did?
You know what?
What?
That's a good point. That's a really good point. Normally you're not that quick-witted, but that is a great point.
What?
I think we should all wear Birkenstocks to church next time.
There you go.
Yes. That was good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Twice.
I don't expect that out of him. That's supposed to be my job. I'm just gonna fade into the background.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Finally today, we have a question was asked. What do you think is the most universally hated thing in the world? What do you think? What do you think that, throughout the world, everybody hates this? I have a few suggestions.
Potato salad. No, I'm just kidding. If
That
there's
didn't
one
make-
thing I've learned from the show, it's that it's not potato salad.
Yeah, that didn't make the list, no.
It should be.
Mosquitoes are on the
Yes,
list.
100%.
Wouldn't that be universally hated?
100%.
Biting your tongue or biting your cheek?
Yeah. Yep.
I hate that. Because then you just play with it all day, right? You get that little bump on your tongue.
Back to the mosquito thing real quick. Is there any, I think I've asked this before, is there any positive that comes from mosquitoes? You know how you hate spiders, but spiders, I think, eat mosquitoes or something. So it's
yeah, there are bugs that eat mosquitoes. Yeah.
But is there any positive that comes from mosquitoes? I don't think so. I think they're just the satanic bug. They literally just have no purpose but to cause people harm.
I'm going to have to look into that to see if there's
I need to know.
Okay.
Somebody let me know.
I will do that. What else do you think is the most universally hated thing in the world? How about stubbing your toe?
Yes. Yep.
I can't think that anybody in Belgium likes stubbing their toe.
Trish did it in Virginia, and I looked at her. I was like, did you just break your toe? I didn't want to look down because I thought her toe might be pointing the other way.
The other way.
It was bad. She nailed Sarah. Sarah has a bench at her dining room table on one side.
Yes.
Nailed the bench with her toe. I was like, that's it. Call out of work for the next month. Like,
And
that's a wrap.
There's nothing you can do for a broken toe.
No, especially like a broken pinky toe. I think we've all probably broken a pinky toe at one point.
Probably.
I remember I did before a baseball tournament one time.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was brutal.
Oh.
Yeah. And I caught. I was a catcher. So imagine that.
Was I coaching that team?
Yeah, it was the Whaling City tournament in New Bedford.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep. It hurt.
Stepping on a Lego, which I can relate to.
Yeah.
How about getting an eyelash in your eye?
Especially because this one really irritates me, quite literally. Because once you get the eyelash out, for some reason, like, it irritates your eye enough where you get the eyelash out and then it continues to feel like you have an eyelash in your eye.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, and you never know if it's out because of that reason. Like, because tell me now, you always go to get it out of your eye and you look at it and you're like, wait, but is that the eyelash or was that a different eyelash?
Is there another one in there?
Yeah.
That was
and then
hiding
you
behind this
get it
one?
out and it's irritated for the next hour. So it's like it still feels like it's in there. That one irritates me.
Again, the most universally hated things in the world. I think we can all agree: famine, sickness, war. They fit in there.
The sad part is that's probably not true.
What?
Not to get really deep, but there's the sad part is there's sick people out there that like war.
That of course, they profit off it. So, splinters, getting a splinter in your finger, or
Yeah.
One that really bugs me. I've had this happen to me many times. He's heard me complain about this many times.
Mm-hmm.
Wet socks.
Yes, that is his biggest pet peeve in the world.
I mean, you're walking around the house in your socks. Maybe that's my first mistake.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be walking around in my socks. But you're walking around in your socks, and then all of a sudden you find the spot where the ice cube melted when somebody took ice out.
Mm-hmm. It's really bad now for two reasons, and they're both relating to the furry animal that's on the floor right there. Number one, he loves ice cubes, so Trish will give him an ice cube. However, he takes the ice cube, brings it to anywhere on the floor, and then forgets about it after like 30 seconds.
Yep.
So then it melts there. Wet spot. The second one is he has a very luscious goatee.
Yep.
My favorite part about this dog,
And you don't want
hands
that
down,
trimmed. You don't want that trimmed, do you?
I want it cleaned up, but I want it to be like prominent.
Okay.
Like I want them to trim up to it and have it like hang down. You know what I'm saying? Love the goatee. My favorite part about this dog.
However,
when he drinks water, it gets soaking wet every time. And then he walks away and it drips water everywhere. And like if he goes down to smell the floor immediately after, his goatee paints the floor with water like a paintbrush. And it's really funny, but then you walk through it in your socks.
you find it in your sock.
And it's terrible.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
there you go.
that's a tough one.
I don't know if you have any to add to the list.
I do want to go back to the splinter one real quick. One time, I don't know if you remember this, I got a splinter under my fingernail.
Yes.
On the day of the Super Bowl, and I had to go to the hospital to get it out.
I do remember that.
I had to go to the ER. It was, again, I remember the weirdest details. We just got back from vacation from Florida. It was the day of the Super Bowl between the Cardinals and the Steelers. and I walked through a doorway. As a child, I was very rambunctious.
Oh.
And I was very like, I ran everywhere.
You could say
I was
that.
annoying.
Very,
And
he was the annoying little brother to the others.
So it was kind of my job. I was in my contract at birth.
Yep.
And I ran through a doorway, and my hand was just out enough, and it scraped the doorway as I was running through it, and it went right under my nail. Yeah. It was one of the... And the worst part, it didn't really hurt or anything, but like you need to get the splinter out.
I would ask
had to go to the ER.
I would ask you how they got it out, but I'm sure you didn't watch.
I don't remember if I watched. I know how they got it out though.
Oh, okay.
They numbed the finger.
Okay.
Because they had to like they had to take thin tools and like go under my nail. Yeah. They didn't have to take off the nail though, which I was worried about. Because that takes forever to grow back.
Does it really?
Yeah. I had a friend that lost a fingernail one time.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our list of things that we think are universally hated around the world.
Yeah.
If you have any you would like to add to that, you can let us know in the comments and or send it to us. Number of ways to reach us. We're also on all the socials, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Did I forget anything? I don't think so.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm not going to lie, I was reading chats. I was not paying attention.
Okay. And you can also find us in any of your podcast places, Spotify or any place you get your podcast from.
Yes.
So that's about it for today. Did you have something you want to catch up on?
Gail said I wear only Birkenstocks, so yes, I wear them to church.
Okay.
I mean, you know what Pete said.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Dana says, Pete, I can't breathe right now. Your Air Jesuses, a.k.a. Birkenstocks, farts.
They do.
It does.
Feel free to ask my
happens
wife.
sometimes.
Feel free to ask my wife about that, and she'll just shake her head.
Oh, God, Charlie. Charlie's walking around some cables over here. Diane hates awkward small talk. Chit-chat with strangers at a cocktail party or holiday parties with your spouse's workmates or your spouse's friends at a high school reunion.
I haven't had one of those, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Small talk is sometimes okay. I just hate like ingenuine small talk where it's like, "Hey, oh my God, how have you been?" And in reality, like
You don't care.
you haven't
don't
talked
care.
to that person in so long. And like when you can tell that they don't care. When people are asking you questions and you can tell that they don't care to hear the answers, I hate that awkward interaction because I'm obligated to tell you.
Yeah.
But I know that we're just wasting each other's time.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Val said, send me a pic of your wallet. The eBay King, a.k.a. G, will find it. I might just do that.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I haven't actually. I need to try to find the exact one. I think it's because I wanted to grow as a person, get a new wallet, you know, but I didn't. I
could show you my new wallet if you want.
I have my beat up.
Oh, that was the other thing. At the airport, they, of course, need to see your identification at the counter. So this is a new wallet I have. I can't get it out without goofing things up with the microphone. So,
but like, I don't know if you guys can see. I don't want to show my credit card numbers, but it's like it's torn. This is completely torn. Did you know that there's like aluminum foil looking stuff inside a wallet?
No.
I didn't either until my wallet ripped open.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's pretty beat up.
So I'm at the counter and she's asking for my identification, and I'm struggling to get my license out. I finally looked at her and said, "It's a new wallet," because new wallets, I mean, they grab onto it and hold it.
There is no wallet that is easy to get your license out. Like, I'm convinced. They all make this very nice, like, license spot with a window.
Yep.
But you need to take it out. No one ever just looks through the
looks
window.
at it, right.
And it's so hard to get it out of there. No wallet. I'm convinced. I love this wallet, but it's still difficult.
And I got to say, God saved the TSA guys, because they always ask you to pull your mask down. Mm-hmm. You know, so they're getting the germs right in their face, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry.
Well, I hope that maybe they're wearing, like, a good mask.
Yeah.
Maybe to protect them a little bit.
All set? Should we go to our thought for the day?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I missed a lot of chats. There's a lot going on. But if
and
you
again,
have anything dire that you want us to know,
yeah, if there's something you really want us to know that we missed in the chat, send it to us.
Facebook, Instagram, email us, whatever you would like.
Whatever.
Do it up.
All right, thought for the day today: live in such a way that if someone spoke badly of you, no one would believe it.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah. No, it can't be. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that.
No matter what, I hope you go out and make it a great day.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.